We're live. Hi, YouTube. Say hi, Rosemary.
Hello. We're here. Now there. I'm here.
Okay, we got to turn on Facebook.
She's turning all these things that I don't know how to do. We're almost there.
Okay, Facebook is going to go live. Hi, Rosemary.
Hello, Facebook. I don't have a head. I mean, yeah. Maybe, yeah, just a little bit. There, no, you didn't cut my head off.
Okay. I mean, all this technology.
I have to watch her, see what she's cutting off here.
I could, do this and block your face.
Like that?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you wouldn't be getting anywhere because I like this. That makes me feel very secure.
All right. Anyway, Real Talk with Rosemary.
You can't go any further than this.
Okay, that's our barricade.
Hello? Oh, I was supposed to be talking over here. Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Hello out there. It's Sherry and I. We're here to have fun today.
Fun?
Yes.
With
fun.
Me?
Well, I'm trying. Trying really hard, Sherry. How was your weekend? How was your week?
It was intense.
Mm-hmm.
It was very intense. I did make it out to the stores, and they have restocked. There's a decent amount of stuff out there now.
I haven't been to the stores. My daughter brought me chicken. I needed a chicken, so she put the chicken in Ziploc bags, freezer, and brought them over to me.
Well, that's nice.
Yes. She loves me.
So far.
Yeah.
So we have been hanging around the house, getting creative, doing a lot of...
I've been home alone. I've been talking to that lady in the bathroom mirror. I have to tell you, she looks pretty bad in the morning. I feel sorry for that woman. I'm going to try looking at her later in the day and see if she changes anything. It's quite sad. I don't know how much longer I can talk to that lady. She's quite depressing in the morning. So
give her some
my
coffee.
head's cut off. There we go. There we go. And I think what I'm going to do is put some pictures on the bathroom mirror so I can talk to those people.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's right before mental health comes to the house.
Rumor has it that you may have put your Christmas tree up at home.
She just has to tell all my secrets.
Yep.
Yes, somebody mentioned about doing things that make you happy. I have a new Christmas tree that's a slim Christmas tree. And I didn't take him down. I just stuck him in the extra bedroom. So I pulled him out, put him in the living room, and turned all the lights on. So I have all my lights on my Christmas tree. And it does make me feel better. Makes me think it's really nice because I don't have to buy any gifts.
Well, that's true.
I just sit there and look at my Christmas tree.
And you don't have the pressure of watching your bank account.
No, I don't even go there. But the tree does bring me happiness. I haven't gone so far as put the Christmas music on yet. Maybe when I do that, you all better call mental health.
We'll have an intervention.
So, yeah. What else do you do? What do you do to relieve your stress?
I haven't figured that out yet. I will tell you, it has been really hard managing kids being at home full time and trying.
She has two daughters.
I do have 2 kids, and we are trying to reposition Oakwood from having in-person everyday life to going virtual and making some really hard, tough decisions. And so I am just taking deep breaths and trying to enjoy the moments. I'll tell you what, like my daughter and I at night, we go out on our front porch and have a cup of tea together and just talk about what we're grateful for. And I think that's been a big blessing for both of us. So that's been really sweet.
Well, I try to have a tea with the cats, but they didn't have anything to do with it.
You're the crazy cat lady. Yeah.
As Hayden doesn't like me to say, I'm home alone, but I have very attentive neighbors.
And killer cats.
And I have killer cats.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it is a stressful time. I'm reading a new book. It's called 1918. It's about the Spanish flu, and it's really good. It's a history. It tells a lot about that time. I didn't realize that that time in our history is when we were going to more science-based than just natural. And that's really when we completely changed. Up to that point, um, in America, we were uh, not as far ahead on medical as Europe was. We were really, really right behind. But it was just a really interesting thing. He goes way back to the change of medicine, and it's a good book. I would tell you the name of the author, but my iPad ran out of juice, so I can't do it. But maybe the next time we get together, I'll tell you, and I'll let you know a little bit more what I read. But it's going to go on down to the Spanish flu, and this is just all the backup to get us to that point in history. But I've learned a lot. It's kind of a little difficult when you start into it. I've had to go back and reread some of the pages to be sure I've got it right. But I think it's going to get a little easier as we get into more of the history. I love history. It has pictures too, so that's good. So I'll let you know what that is. Yeah. I've been calling a lot of our people in Oakwood, and I really have to say I'm proud of what I hear. They all seem like they're doing well. I usually ask, has any of them committed Harry Carey yet? And they said, no, not quite yet.
Not yet.
And then I asked, I know them quite well. So some of them I'll say, well, is your husband still there with you? He hasn't been eliminated, has she? And one lady says, well, there was 4 times a day he was almost eliminated. He had a little bit of an accident 4 times, but he survived.
They both survived.
Yeah. So people are finding things to do. Now, our classes are on Facebook, are going to be on Facebook.
And YouTube.
And YouTube.
Putting them all on YouTube as well.
I want you to go on. All the classes are going to be really good. But I want you to be sure you see Adam. If you'll remember, a long time ago, there was an artist that he used to make the pretty little trees. He has that low monotone voice, and he'd say, the pretty little trees, the pretty little clouds. Well, Adam is drawing on the program, and he's doing a really good job.
He is.
In fact, I had someone close to me that wants to know if he can buy the painting, and I'll just tell him right now because he's watching. Yes, you can buy the painting. How much is that?
$100.
It's $100. That's a steal.
And he'll autograph it.
He'll autograph it for you because I'm sure he's going to make a wave by doing what he's doing. It is very good. So my friend out there who wants to buy the painting, you can make a $100 check to Oakwood, and they will mail you your painting.
So at this point, Rosemary, all of our funding streams have been cut, and we are operating on a wing and a prayer. So that $100 would allow us to be able to continue to do these classes virtually and serve the community and keep calling our folks and making sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, they're doing exercise class, and our people know those, they may not know their names, but most of them remember who they are, so they can see them. That helps. We're going to be doing some cognition classes.
So starting Monday, we're going to be doing classes through Zoom. So you can do one-on-one sessions, or you can do group classes with the teaching artists and teachers.
Good.
Good. Exciting.
A lot of things. And we're also making boxes. So all Oakwood people, they're going to be ready to go by
tomorrow from 1 to 3.
Oh, tomorrow, 1 to 3. Okay. 1 to 3 tomorrow. If you go to Oakwood here at Town Center or to the one at Red Mountain, you will receive a box. And I was looking at them when I was coming up here, and they have lots of goodies in them. They have some art supplies and some Mod Podge, lots of different things. So it's something to do to keep your loved one, having something to do.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be good.
I think so.
So what do you have to tell us today, Rosemary?
Well,
what wisdom can you impart on the world?
Oh, my Lord, lady. Sherry had to laugh at this, but I'm going to give you a few things that you can do while you're at home. I'm not going to read all of them because there's 80 of them. I got this in Tucson, maybe, I don't know. We've been here, 8 years? Well, you've been here 8 years?
I've been here.
You've been here. I think this was before 8 years ago. I don't see a a day.
From our friends at the Banner Alzheimer's
Yeah,
Institute.
it's from Banners. Clip coupons. Get magazines out and have your loved one clip coupons. I've seen that take up a lot of time, clipping coupons. Read out loud. If your husband or mother likes you to read, just read out loud. You know the old things of baking cookies and all that kind of stuff. I have to read things that we can do to stay in the house. Fold clothes, that's an oldie. We can always fold clothes. Refold clothes. Cut out pictures of greeting cards. I like this one, and Sherry's going to laugh. Wash silverware. See, I told you she was laughing. I would love someone to come to my house and wash silverware. If you have sterling silver, you just get it out and have your loved one get that little cloth and polish it up. And it's nice when you see it all nice and shiny. You feel like you've done something. Don't laugh. Makes me happy. It says weed the cornfields.
Because
this was written for the Hopi Indians, and one of them was do the cornfields. I don't think we can do that. Tell me more. When you talk about a memory, if your husband, you're talking about a memory and he's remembering something, just say, tell me more. And let me clue you, do not correct him if he's not telling you the right story. Just say, tell me more, and listen and see if you can tie it all together, because there will be a thread there that you can pick up that'll tie it together. That's a good one. That sits you down to do that one. Play songs. Can't do that. Okay, can't do that one. Make homemade ice cream. We could do that.
Yeah.
I would probably come over if you made homemade ice cream. Sort playing cards. If they can't play cards, you can jumble them and they can sort them if you start them. That they like that. Of course, we all like to pop popcorn, give a manicure.
And a hand massage.
Massage.
It's really calming. It feels good.
Yeah, give a manicure or a hand massage to your loved one. Finish famous sayings. We've done this sometimes at Oakwood. You start the saying and then they finish it. And they have a pretty good memory for those, for that information. Yeah. So you might be surprised. I was surprised because I wasn't recalling them. Something about pigs in here that I was going to say for Sherry. I don't know. Maybe I made it up.
You probably did.
I probably made it up.
I can't imagine there'd be something about pigs on that list.
Oh, it says make homemade pies. And I thought it said make homemade pigs. Okay. Finish famous sayings. If you have any book that has pictures like the National Geographics, those are good talking pictures. I can talk for 30 minutes on a geographic picture.
Yeah.
And that's a good one.
Okay, give us one more.
You hear what she's doing to me? Okay. Reminisce about a favorite summer. And the last one, tell a joke and have a good laugh. You know why that's good? Every time you laugh, you decrease your stress and you bring those other hormones out. So tell some jokes.
Tell me a joke.
You tell me one. You're better at jokes
than I am.
I'm passing the ball. Okay, let me I don't know. I just can't think of a joke at all.
Well, I guess our endorphins aren't going to be raised.
Yeah, well, just sitting here with you has raised my endorphins.
I bet it has.
Oh, yes. I'm just at the height. So what else?
We have a question.
Oh, God. I want you to send me questions. Please send me questions.
But the question is going back to the conversation about the boxes. Somebody wants to know how much the boxes are for the activity kits. So we are not going to be charging for those boxes. We will, however, take donations. The boxes probably cost us supplies and staff time, and putting them all together and coordinating the classes is probably about $40 worth of love that has been put into those boxes. So anybody who wants to give a donation to help support us being able to get those kits out to our families, or if you just need the kit and can't afford to pay the $40, we will find a way to get that funded. So that's the story about that.
Okay, and that's 1 to 3 tomorrow at both sites.
Yes. Yep.
If you have
And if
any-
you just want to come by because you need a little joy in your life, free joy. Our teams will be out there gloved and masked and with smiles on their faces. And I do believe the town center site will have some Girl Scouts handing out donated Girl Scout cookie boxes.
well, I'm going to go pick me up a box. Am I included?
What's your favorite kind of Girl Scout cookie?
The mint ones.
Uh,
Yeah, I like the mint cookies.
I'll save you a box of mint ones.
You would?
I would.
Boy, I tell you,
I know. Can you feel the love?
I can feel the love.
Yeah.
It's just coming on through.
Ooh,
So what else?
that's it. What else do you have for us?
Well, how are we doing here? I'm going to talk a little bit about memory. I ran across this a few months ago, and I've never gotten back to it. But it's telling us, it's about, well, let's start over. The reason I'm telling you this is because as we get older, we need to be sure that we have an advocate, someone who goes with us when we go to the doctor, someone that goes with us if we have to go to the emergency room, or someone goes with us if we're going to have surgery. And that's because of this memory problem. And a lot of people say, well, I just don't want everybody knowing my business. That's okay. But if you're going to forget all of that business, you might need somebody to help you. There comes a time in your life that you're going to have to let some things go. It doesn't have to be one of your kids. If you feel like there's somebody else that you had rather be your advocate, that's okay. Just so it's someone besides just you and your wife when you get into it. And these numbers might tell you why. As we get in this age group, as I like to say, 40 to 80% of information is forgotten.
Wow.
So when the doctor talks to you,
So is that for somebody without even a cognitive impairment?
there's going to be people without cognitive impairment, but mainly I'm talking about older people that have normal aging, that don't have any. But there's a lot of people that have minimal cognitive impairment that you do not even know, and they don't even know because they will think this is just normal aging. Because people don't realize that that normal aging is not the same as having dementia. So they think that it's just normal to be forgetful. It's just normal it's not normal when it goes on and on and on. That's not normal. So we have a lot of people trying to get information who have cognitive problems and they're not getting anything at all. This I thought was really interesting. Did you realize that?
No, I didn't know that.
She didn't know that.
I
And
feel-
you have a mother.
I do. I don't think she would let me go to the doctor with her, though.
You might want to go with after this. Okay. 40 to 80% is forgotten. Medical information is forgotten by people immediately. You don't, goes right ahead of your head. A half of the information that is remembered is incorrect. A half that you try to repeat back is incorrect. So that's something to think about now. You think when you go to the doctor. To me, it was mind-boggling. Memory, it's in three different types of memory. There is memory that's related to medical terms. There's memory written when a doctor stands up there and makes the little pictures for you and draws things out and doesn't talk as much. Maybe he might use a video. It also relates to what the education of the person is. Unfortunately, some people don't have an education. They haven't, for some reason, they haven't given that opportunity. So if they're talking to somebody and they have a person that has a lower education, they don't change it, guess how much that they get? So these are all very important things. The greater the amount of information that's given to a person, the lower portion of it, the lower it's recalled. If you give you too much, you're not going to recall that. Half of it is gone. Half of it you just don't keep in your brain. There are three types of explanation for this. First, factors related to the doctor, such as he uses medical terminology that you don't know. That's why I like real talk. I try not to use those big words. just get it down to you can understand. But doctors, most all of them use medical terminology, and when you hear that word, you lose time because you're trying to figure out what he's saying, and now he's already gone on to something else. Second, the mode of information, spoken versus written. And third, factors related to the patient, such as low education or different expectations. So I thought that was really, really quite interesting. I'm reading some of this because I don't want to give you any false information.
So are you going to give us suggestions on what to do?
I'm going to give you some right now.
Okay.
I'm not finished. She tries to work. That's it. Okay.
Be nice. I mean, this is being recorded.
I know. Uh-huh. Oh, that's right. It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can go back to it later.
Yes.
I'm in trouble now.
Mm-hmm.
So some people have suggested it's not the organizational material that is crucial in age-related memory loss, but it's previously acquired knowledge and beliefs. This I had no idea. You're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked. It's found that older readers' medical information that confirm what you already believe were better remembered.
I believe that.
But if you got information contradicting your lifetime's belief, they don't tend to remember that. And that's important that they remember that because they're being treated, they're having treatments and things done to them on this new information. So if it's against what you believe, they just don't put it in their memory bank. So you don't remember what you're supposed to be doing. And this is important now because we're not in the hospital as much. Well, this shows us during the coronavirus, we don't have the hospital beds. Why don't we have hospital beds? Because we're doing so much more on an outpatient basis. We do lots of surgery on the outpatient basis. Everything we can do, we try to do an out. So we don't have beds, therefore. So when this happens, it's important that you understand the information given to you so you can take care of yourself. So I thought that was pretty good. I was thinking back when I didn't believe somebody and it was against my beliefs. The acquisition of totally new information tends to be easier than trying to correct a past knowledge. I thought that was pretty good. New information that is inconsistent tends to be about the illnesses, makes a difference. Recall was worse when the medical information was related to the participant's own illness and thus had personal relevance to it. In summary, the aging process endangers difficulty in encoding and remembering medical information, especially that which contradicts what you already believe. Memory also fades more rapidly. A practical implication of that, especially in older people like us, clinicians should not leave a long gap between providing information and seeking the patient's decision. How many times you've been to the doctor, he stood there and told you all this stuff. Did he ever say, now, did you get that? How many said, do you have a question? Or they just walked out of the room. So if he doesn't interact with you and correct those false thinking in your head, then that's not good for you because now you're going to go home and you're going to follow these directions. Number one, if it's against what you think, you're not going to remember that. So you may not be taking your medications 3 times a day. You may be taking them 2 times a day. You may not think that diet's really important because your mother told you such and such. I'm going to tell you a joke. You want to tell you a joke?
You found a joke.
Yes.
You got one. Okay.
Okay, this is a weight loss joke, but it also tells you have to be very specific when you give people instructions because we're all different. We come from different countries of the world, different parts of the United States, and we different educations, different family beliefs. Okay, this is in Europe. No, it wasn't in Europe. It was in New York. We'll just say New York. It was in New York. This lady went to the doctor. She was quite overweight, and he had been working with her for a long time to get some weight off. So she went to the doctor, and he says, well, maybe if I just say she can eat what she wants to eat. but just so much of it, that might help. So he said to her, she went there. She was an older lady, but she was really overweight. And he says, okay, Matilda, you can go home and you can eat whatever you want in vegetables. Just eat a cup. You can have a cup of all the vegetables you want, just all you want. That will be good. And this is going to help you lose weight. She said, really? I can have a cup of whatever I want? He said, yeah, but don't go crazy. Just measure out a cup of this and that and a tiny bit of meat, like the palm of your hand. Well, he was so proud of himself because she was so excited. And he thought, well, we're going to get some weight off now. Well, she came back in about 2 months. She had gained considerable weight. And he says, Matilda, are you doing what I told you? She said, yes, I got my cup out, I'm measuring my vegetables, and that's what I ate. And then it dawned on him. And he says, Matilda, what does your cup look like? And she says, well, I brought it to show you. And she pulled it out of her coat. It was Matilda's cup. Matilda's cup was probably about 2 cups. It's an old family cup that they use. And to her, that was a cup, and that's what she cooked with. That's what she was eating. She was eating 2 times a little bit more than what the doctor was talking about. She enjoyed her weight.